Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 Builder Nation story from Bangor City with me, Daniel. It's part 110 today and we are back for what was supposed to be the perfect episode. We'd drawn Larne in the next round of the SPFL Trust Trophy. We knew that was going to be a tough encounter, and then Club Brugge away in a crucial Champions League match. But then the first one against Larne got postponed due to a waterlogged pitch in Wales. The first one I think we've had in this 12th season. They have been few and far between the postponements. So today, as a result, we're facing Club Brugge in an all-important match. But then we've got Llanelli Town in what should be a very winnable game at home. We have got a few injury problems, as you can see, and one out with suspension. But if you're looking forward to finding out if we can secure our place in Europe after Christmas, please do chuck a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from two long-term stories. We've got loads of playlists in the eye above which you can catch up on, as well as a link to the new food channel. Thank you so much for everyone that supported that so far. And then down in the description is a link to the Twitch channel. We're in the middle of our biggest ever week of streaming. Loads of Euros watch-alongs. In fact, one should just be finishing around now as this video comes out. We'll have plenty more as the weeks go on and the tournament progresses. So please do come and follow us over there. It'd be great to have your support. But at the moment, all is looking rosy in the Welsh Premier League, and we've just got to focus on Europe tonight. We've got the perfect record after 15 games. We're on 45 points. Our goal difference is excellent. We've won most games convincingly, although Airbus did give us a little worry last time out. And to be fair, TNS and Barry, they're starting to look like a comfortable second and third place side, particularly when they haven't had their injuries. Our finances, despite upgrades, have reached an all-time high, even though we have still been investing off the pitch as well. So the facilities, now state-of-the-art. Youth facilities, excellent. Moving back to Nantporth in just a couple of months, over 5,000 capacity there, and exceptional recruitment and coaching. It is almost perfect. Everything is looking pretty good at the moment. We've just got to get back in our stadium. One more upgrade to the youth facilities. And I think we're just about there. So today we've got two massive games. But firstly, let's reflect on what's happened off camera. You were with me, of course, as we taught a lesson to TNS and got a fabulous result away at Tottenham Hotspur. Former head coach club in my career as well over there in the other story from FM21. Since then, though, one disappointment in the Champions League. Everything else has been plain sailing. Although not many clean sheets, which is something I'm concerned about based on previous seasons. Against Aberystwyth, though, we won by 4-1. An early red card meant goals for Jones, a McKinnon brace and Kresimir Loza. They did get one back later on, though. The same result away at Swansea Met Uni followed Kane Walters with a hat-trick and Kai McDonald with one. Into November, we scored 4, but this time we did keep a clean sheet at home to Carmarthen, 2 apiece for Duffy and Tom Jones. A 3-1 defeat at home to Spurs. We did take the lead via Scott Furlong, but either side of half-time we got caught out. Fabio Silva and Farid Yahi, who then added a second for himself late on in that match. A 7-1 win away at Llanelli Town. They're our second opponents today and we'll be hoping to replicate that. Be entertaining to watch if we do. McKinnon, 2 for Loza, Bulkley, Whittaker, Furlong and Pasiarek all getting on the score sheet. And then a 3-1 win with a Kane Walters hat-trick at home to Airbus UK a couple of weeks ago. We have ended up having a break because of the postponement, so we've got fresh legs today if nothing else. But the injury problems are causing a concern. So let's go and get into the first game and see if it has an impact. Atletico Madrid and Tottenham playing it out in the other game. They are now scrapping it out for their top 2 place. If we win today, we will technically be in with a sniff, but Atletico Madrid will beat us in a return fixture. Anything other than a defeat, though, with Club Brugge on no points, and we'll stay 4 clear of them and be guaranteed qualification. So far, this has been a pretty decent group stage for us. Of course, if we can get a win, it boosts the coefficient points as well. But anything other than a defeat, and to be honest, I'm a really happy man. So let's go and get through to the team selection. I've got to do big wholesale changes to the team given what we played last time. We'll be back in a moment to run through the 11 for tonight's game against Club Brugge. So not the biggest squad to choose from today, mainly because of these knocks in midfield and the suspension to Whittaker at the back. But that's the benefit of having a stronger squad. Malone was first choice last year. He comes into the side for this one. Mackenzie and Price battle it out for the centre-half spot. Well, they get a rare game together today. And this is our 11 in full. It's George Wickens in goal. McDonald's still the best player at the club at right back with Weaver over on the left. Price and Mackenzie at centre-half as we know. Lloyd, Malone, Furlong and Dan Wells the midfield diamond. Wells had some exceptional games and some awful games in Europe. So we'll be hoping for a match-winning display from him here. And then McKinnon just starting to get amongst the goals alongside Kane Walters up front. And for all the credit I give Kane Walters, And I know he did it against Galatasaray, but if we just go and have a look at the form very quickly, he's not always produced his best in these Champions League games. He was really poor against Tottenham in both fixtures. He had a poor game against Atletico Madrid, and even against Club Brugge, he got 1 assist, but he didn't look great in front of goal. So he's maybe not yet the big game player that we had in Greg Pringle, and that's the one thing I'm slightly worried about. But he has done it plenty of times, and we'll be hoping tonight he can put it to bed once and for all. Let's go and get into the first half of this crucial game in Belgium, because anything other than a defeat for Bangor City means European football and coefficient points after Christmas yet again. 5 changes from the last match against Airbus UK. Now let's see if our best team on the night can put in a good display and get a result. And in terms of the Club Brugge side, a bit of experience again. Barla at centre half, Matt Smith, the Welshman, the skipper in the middle, and then the likes of Malakar up front. They have got a lot of good young Belgian players. We talked about this last time. But is the consistency there? Is the belief there in Europe? Maybe that's what was missing when they came and visited us in Wales. But tonight at home, it could be a very different picture. They have lost all 4 group games so far, but they've matched us up with a diamond here. So this could be very interesting on the night. We're going to stick positive for now and see how it starts. We'll drop to balanced if we need to later on. But so far, the stats are looking decent. Now it's now a corner for Club Brugge into the front post. Deprez heads over. It was a free header in the end. And it's probably not good enough defensively. We get away with it this time though. We're going to persist for now, but it's starting to look dangerous from set pieces. As Malakar gets it. Gives it inside to Lacau. Through to Deprez again. Oh, don't do this to me. Please, please don't do this. I know we're probably through anyway. Because even if we lose this, Bruges are probably going to lose to Spurs. And if we lose to Atletico Madrid, it will stay like this. 4 points and 3. But I really would like to get something out of it. I'm going to drop to balance because we're really struggling with the positive mindset. And Furlong will deliver. Poor corner. Doesn't beat the first man. It's headed clear as far as Mackenzie. And we've got to say, it's probably not an ideal time to have 2 centre-halves playing together for the first ever time. But that's what the position we're in. As Price goes long over the top. Kane Walters down. I've talked about the big game mentality from him. And that one, in the league, he blasts it into the corner. In this competition, he hesitates. He takes an extra touch. And the keeper's able to deal with it. 1-0 it remains to Club Brugge, though we are on top since changing the tactic. Now we just need to find a goal from somewhere. At half-time it hasn't come, so we're going to give the lads a kick up the backside. And in the second half, we hope for a bit better. As from the kick-off, we're seeing Ewan McKinnon on the ball. Gives it to Harvey Lloyd, and now Price. Out to Weaver at left-back. Can he maraud down the line? He doesn't. He tries to go long. Walters holds up for the fullback again, and Weaver tries to take him on. Gets the ball in, doesn't beat the first man. Story of the day, the final product isn't good enough. Furlong gives it to Harvey Lloyd. He's been forced backwards, I think, to Malone. He's got McDonald out at right wing back. He's got men overlapping him. McKinnon's one of them. He's in one-on-one, and Ewan McKinnon does not disappoint. He's not scored as many in the league. He's not been getting 3, 4, 5 a game. But he has turned up on the big stage. And half of his goals for us already are coming from Champions League football. It's a positive sign. As McDonald throws into Malone. Can we really make this positive change count here? Since we've gone balanced, we've really got on the front foot. And it doesn't always mean you have to go more aggressive. We've just changed the style a bit. And Kane Walters, he shut me up. He has completely shut me up. 35 goals for the season in November. And it's 2-1 Bangor City. Just like that, we're on to 7 points. Tottenham beating Atletico Madrid, so we can't catch anyone else. We can certainly wrap up third and some more coefficient points. We've got to hold on for it though, as Wells nicks it from an attacking throw. Gives it away, but it's gone back long downfield. The fullback picks it up for Bruges, and he's on the overlap here. Kabongo gets it. Takes on Yesten Weaver. Goes back to Belkelba. Chips it into Lackey. Through ball to Deprez. And it's 2-2. He's really done well today. Looks a fabulous player. We're going to have a little look at him off camera because he's someone I've watched and thought maybe we should scout him. With an hour on the clock, it's 2-2 on the night. We're still comfortable at the moment. He does look a great striker. I've got to be fair to him. So let's get the scout report out there. 2 caps, 1 goal for Belgium. We can't complain. And again, look, we saw him at his best against Tottenham. But Dan Wells has been really poor tonight. And he looks nervous as well. So we're going to bring on Kresimir Loza for him, I think. Although he's nervous too. So let's just go for Bulkley. Best youngster we've ever produced, apparently. John Price has had a poor game, so Pasiarek will come on for him. And then Malone in the middle, replaced by Anderson, pretty much like for like. 20 minutes to go away in Belgium here. It's been a good performance. It's been a dominant display. but we've not taken advantage. And a 2-2 draw based on the balance of the game would actually be a little bit disappointing for me. We're not going to complain though, because it does the job for us. Though the hosts have got to throw in at left back, and if they score a goal on the break here, it's going to be sickening given the display. Though McDonald nicks it high up, plays in Ewan McKinnon, has to score from here. Oh, he's put it straight at the keeper. Atletico Madrid have equalised, so actually if we score a goal here and get the lead, we'd be in a wonderful position. But it's not going to happen. The 4 minutes are up, Tottenham take the lead again, and we've got one last chance to get a winner as Weaver plays it to Furlong on the left, chips into Ewan McKinnon. Oh, the flag goes up late on. The ball goes in, McKinnon wheels away, and then VAR are going to intervene. There is no doubt to me this will be ruled out. It's such a shame. It would have been the perfect finish. But either way, it's a 2-2 draw on the night. We've done our job here in Belgium. And with 5 points, we've wrapped up 3rd place. And we'll be in the Europa League come February next year. A brilliant performance, a good result. Job done. On to Llanelli. Let's see if we can get a heavy win. We'll be back in a moment. Well, I don't believe it. We're sharing with Colwyn Bay for 1/2 a season. And we've had 2 fixtures postponed in the space of a week. 2 Saturdays in a row, it's off. Let's see what's next. Barry Town United on Wednesday. We'll have one more go, or we might have to give up. We'll be back in a moment to see if we get the game on. Well, thanks to the extra few days rest and the fixture off, I know it's going to come back to harm us later on, but for now, we can play a first team in this one. We've got a lower league side in the cup at the weekend and then Atletico Madrid in a week's time. So we know which games we want the first choice players for. Tom Jones is going to be on the bench. He's failed a fitness test, but I like him to get close to that club appearance record, so he'll get a couple of minutes. Broom, Malone, Price, all fit if needed. So let's go and pick our 11 for today. Hopefully we'll be able to go as close to full strength as possible. I'll come back to run you through it in a second. Right then, from the last game, we're giving Price a rest because he's still got a little knock there. So I'm going to bring Whittaker back in from suspension. Mackenzie will play left centre half instead. In midfield, I've brought Broom back in for Malone, but he'll probably substitute on for him later on in the game. And then Tom Jones, as we mentioned, just chucked on the bench there in case. Very quickly though, I've got to show you Kyo Bulkley. Look how quickly he's improving. Don't forget Ewan McKinnon, the lone striker, is a wonder kid with 4.5 star potential. Bulkley's got 5 star. And he's looking promising. He's developing well. He's 16, this kid. Look how good he is at 16. We've got incredible facilities now. He's making loads of appearances. I think he's going to be exceptional. I honestly believe we might have a wonder kid on our hands. If we get 17 or 18 and he hasn't ticked over, I might be a little bit surprised. So he's going to get a game off the bench as well, but that's the 11 we've gone for. Just a couple of changes, we're as strong as we can be. And the fixture schedule, for now at least, is doing us a fair favour. So let's get into the big game against Barry Town United and see if we can put them to bed. Well, a strong side for our visitors as always. We've talked about Clifford and Heath, who have come from TNS in the last couple of years. Thomas is back to fitness, Harry Gray's there, Gibbons and Jenkins. It's a great front four. The problem is, they've not got a big enough squad and they're not consistent enough. And without that, I don't know that they can compete continuously. They're also a little bit defensive too. I'd love to see Harry Gray play as a number 10 and go 4-2-3-1. Because against most sides, they could dominate doing that. But for now, we're going to try and get on top of them. And we've got a throw on the right with McDonald. Into Broom. It's raining again, but the pitch looks really good. Like, if you bear in mind that they're saying a fixture was ruled out here 3 days ago due to a waterlogged pitch, and 10 days ago as well, it looks almost faultless here. As the ball to the back post from Weaver has beaten everyone. McDonald does the same in return. Weaver this time drills it low, and McKinnon is there with the poacher's instinct. 9th of the season for him. This is probably his best one so far. Just taps it in from a yard. Shows the killer instinct we need. And with 12 minutes gone, it's Bangor City 1, Barry Town United 0. Just what we needed at the start. And we're back with a free kick about 20 yards out. We didn't get to see how it was won, but Harvey Lloyd has scored a few of these in his time, and he scored another one now. That is a stunning finish. Wonderful work from Lloyd, and he's now star rating wise one of the weaker players in the team. It's an incredible turn of events. What a player he is, what a squad we've got, and we are making very light work of one of the next best teams in the league. It's an incredible performance so far. As Thomas Barker clears long downfield, Broom intercepts back from injury, goes down the left, there's no real pressure on him, gets himself into the penalty area, brought down by Heath for a penalty. Who's going to take it? It's got to be Kane Walters, hasn't it? He might be breaking Joe Duffy's goal record if he gets 4 or 5 seasons here. And we're going to get to find that out later down the line. But here he steps up left-footed, sends the keeper the wrong way. Penalty taking attribute of 7 out of 20, and he has scored more penalties than almost anyone else we've ever owned in any series. A brilliant player, a brilliant penalty taker, and a wonderful performance from Bangor City. It's been the perfect first half. As George Wickens has a goal kick, which he plays out short to Whittaker. He's very fresh after 2.5 weeks off. McDonald goes long downfield though. McKinnon will chase it. Walters harrying as well. And Clifford goes back to the keeper. Punts it downfield. Gibbons will flick on. But it's only to Mackenzie. That's the problem with their one up front. He goes long to Kane Walters. Gets himself in one-on-one. And as I said, those chances, he might miss a few in the Champions League. When he plays against these teams, he's composed as you like. In off the far post, it dribbles gradually in across the line. 4-0, an incredible effort. And this score at this point could be anything we want it to. As it is though, it's been a quiet last few minutes to the first half. So we're going to get the lads to prove a point. We want to keep them pushing, keep them going forward. We've got the likes of Bulkley and Morgan and Pasiurak on the bench. We've got youngsters we can bring on. I think I am just going to rest Jones completely, despite what I said before, and keep him fit. Because I don't want to end up with him being out 3 or 4 more weeks. Walters has had a goal disallowed for offside there. I'm pretty sure he was standing next to the defender who was closer to the goal than him. And the goalkeeper was on his line. So I'm not quite sure how that's been ruled out. I'd still rather that than VAR though. So 4-0. Walters has to stick with 2. Maybe it's not meant to be the hat-trick today. As Harvey Lloyd's got a free kick right on the edge of the box this time. He kept his last one down despite going over the wall. That is world class. Unbelievable free kick from Harvey Lloyd. He's bringing out the cartwheels. His rating's 13 to be fair. He's a wonderful pro. And what a player he's become. I'm surprised he's not had a look in for Wales. In terms of the rest of this match, let's go and make a couple of changes. Broom, it said 75 minutes, so Bulkley can get a bit of a run out for him. Wells will drop into the middle. Bulkley is the number 10. Up front, I'm going to go for, dare I take Walters off on a hat-trick? I think I probably have to go McKinnon, don't I? We'll come back to that in a moment. At the back, Kai McDonald, arrest for Gwyn Morgan. And do you know what? Let's do Pasiurak for Weaver. And we'll switch him to right back. Because Weaver's one that's not always stayed fit recently. Loza will stay on the bench for this game. I know he loves scoring goals against the smaller teams. But he's going to have to put up with a day off. And hopefully for him, he'll go big in the cup at the weekend. Out of sheer frustration with us. Josh Thomas, our former man's barely had a kick. Even their star players, they've not really turned up. We've just been all over them. We smothered them early on. And at 5-0, they're just trying to see the game out now. And you can't blame them because their aim is to get third this year. Get back into Europe, get competing again. And as long as they beat the other teams around them and keep people fit, they're not going to have any problem with that. So for us, it's a great result. For them, not that important. A dominant display, a good result, a good performance. And to be fair, this episode, it's not been hugely spectacular, but it's just been job done, efficient and well worked. And we can't ask for much more. A professional workman-like side and a comfortable victory to finish off. So let's have a look at the schedule for when we're next going to be back. But I don't think it'll be very long at all. 21 wins in a row for TNS, 16 in a row in the league this season. We've got a very mixed bag of games coming up. Trefl BGC in the Welsh Cup third round, Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, TNS the second place side away in the league, the rearranged fixture against Llanelli, Larne in the SPFL Trust Trophy and a double header against Colwyn Bay. So I think we're going to come back around Christmas because the Larne game presents the most meaningful fixture with the biggest challenge. They're a side we haven't played against for a while, but they are high quality. So they've been in the top 2 of the Irish Prem for the last 4 years. Their key man, Sean McArdle, is electric quick up top. Their manager, John Gregg, is a good manager as well. He's got great determination, great man management, good personality. So I feel like that'll be the toughest fixture. So we're going to show Larne at home and then Colwyn Bay at home. We should have a youth intake preview to talk about then as well. Can we get another Kyo Bulkley, maybe in a different position this time? Anything other than a right back and an attacking mid, and we can probably find them a space in the squad. So that's what we're going to be back for. We'll plan our January transfer window as well. Hopefully not a lot needing to be done there. But if you did enjoy this episode, please do chuck a thumbs up on it. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from 2 long-term stories. We'll be back in the Europa League after Christmas after securing a good result in Belgium. So let me know in the comments how you think we'll get on there and whether we can get a luckier draw. Or will we just face Porto again and go out? We've got a new job in the head coach recently, and you can click up in the eye above to catch up with the last few episodes of that one. There's also a link to my new food channel up there too, and I'd be greatly appreciative if you could check it out. And please do follow the link to the Twitch channel in the description below. Give us a follow over there for regular live streams, including Euros watch-alongs and Football Manager stuff as well. But a big thanks for watching, your continued support as always. And I'll see you next time for Larne, the big money side in Northern Ireland. Hopefully we come out on top. I'll see you there.